This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
New tonight, spending millions to make the MetroLink safer. We have learned where new security features will soon be installed. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Ann Allred. Mike Bush is on assignment. This is all part of a $52 million plan to improve security. Our Christine Byers is live tonight from downtown St. Louis and has more on what riders can soon expect when they board MetroLink trains. Christine.
Ann and Kelly, this massive security plan will soon have stations and platforms like the one I'm standing in front of right now, looking and feeling a lot differently. The improvements will include integrated fare collection gates, which means passengers will have to pay to pass through secure gates and fencing to board the trains. The $52 million plan is being broken down into 6 phases to transform all 38 MetroLink stations, as well as the new one coming to MidAmerica St. Louis Airport. This first phase is $6.4 million and will include stations in St. Clair County, including the Jackie Joyner Kersey Station, College Station, Emerson Park Station, and Washington Park Station. General Manager of Security for Bi-State Development, Kevin Scott, says more security cameras are also part of the plan.
We are going from about 800 cameras system-wide to over 1,800. If you trespass, if you come down between the fence, you're going to be captured. Your image is going to be fully captured on closed-circuit television. So it is a very unique project.
Now, riders at these first 4 stations can expect to see construction begin between the next 6 to 8 weeks. To find out which stations are next on the to-do list, check out my story under the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com. Live outside the MetroLink station outside Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis, Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
Centene is laying off about 2,000 employees, about 3% of its workforce. A report from Health Payer Specialists says the company is dealing with issues related to Medicaid renewals and Medicare Advantage star ratings. The layoffs are scheduled to start next week. No word on how many employees in St. Louis are affected. The company's headquarters is in Clayton.
Our Weather First team is tracking scattered storms right now. Let's check in with meteorologist Jim Castillo. Jim.
Yeah, look at this. This is by the airport. So looking west and north, and you can see some of that rain. And also to the east of the airport, we have a brand new cell that popped up moving through North St. Louis City. So let's look at that Doppler weather radar. You can see that rain just missing the airport and pushing through North St. Louis and moving now into Granite City. More cells down around Melville, and also some reports of thunder around Oakville and also into Arnold, and some downpours even around Cedar Hill earlier. And Antonia had a report of at least a quarter of an inch of rain in a very short period of time. More showers and storms popping up in Lincoln County. So let's widen out the shot. Couple cells to the north there, severe. So we're watching this upper level low in Iowa, and then this frontal boundary right across the region. So when this low moves a little bit closer to us tonight, the low level jet forms, you'll see the futurecast really starting to ramp up. Numerous showers and storms likely around the I-70 corridor. I'll have much more on this on our forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, see you then, Jim. Right now, a legal battle is underway as rotten fish are being removed from a former seafood market in University City.
The property manager and the business owner are now going head to head while neighbors deal with this horrible smell. Our Justina Cornell was at Seafood City Supermarket earlier today and is in studio with the very latest. But first, before we get to the lawsuit, how bad does it smell out there right now, Justina?
It was really bad. I was with a mask out there, and it was really horrible. So let's dive into this lawsuit a little bit furthermore. So Six Fortune LLC is suing Seafood City Inc., saying the business owner has failed to pay rent on time and in full. Right now, the California property manager claims Seafood City owes more than $300,000. Just yesterday, the two parties were in St. Louis County Court, and there is a trial coming up in less than a month. Until then, a St. Louis biohazard crew is cleaning out the mess. We're told 7,000 tons of seafood were left behind for months, along with produce and other products. University City hired the crews because they believe the owners weren't acting quick enough. Now, the property manager will have to pay the city back. It's costing $7,000 per day to clean all of this mess. Now, a spokesperson with the city said they've added extra police on site because some people were trying to steal food products from the dumpsters. A Webster University biological sciences professor said to steer away.
I would absolutely not consider eating anything from that facility. You could have some microorganisms that could cause problems. You could have some chemicals from breakdown that could cause problems. So really not a great idea to be eating any of that material.
Besides adding extra patrols, I'm also told the city has increased frequency in emptying those dumpsters. As for the legal battle, a trial date is set for October 23rd.
Today, President Joe Biden walked the picket line with members of the United Auto Workers Union in Michigan. UAW members are on strike against the three largest automakers, General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. That includes workers at the GM plant in our area, that's in Wentzville. The strike started at just 3 plants. Now they've been expanding to more. Biden joined workers outside a warehouse near Detroit. He is the first sitting president to ever join a picket line.
You guys, the UAW, you saved the automobile industry back in 2008 and before. Made a lot of sacrifices, gave up a lot, and the companies were in trouble. But now they're doing incredibly well. And guess what? You should be doing incredibly well too.
Workers want a 40% pay raise, a 32-hour work week, and traditional pensions. UAW says it has made some progress in negotiations with Ford.
Demolition has started at the former Jamestown Mall building in North St. Louis County. The mall opened nearly 50 years ago, back in 1973. It shut down in 2014 and has been falling apart ever since. Many leaders have been working for years to try and get the money for demolition. It will take several months, and it should be wrapped up by next summer. County leaders tell us they still don't know what will happen to the property.
A Metro East airport has reopened tonight after closing for about 3 hours this afternoon. Officials at MidAmerica St. Louis Airport held an emergency exercise.
5 on your side, Holden Kurwicki is live at the airport in Mascoutah with more on this.
Well, Kellyanne, the FAA actually required the shutdown. And with all of the first responders out on the runway, this situation looked very real, but I can assure you it was just a simulation. The training, which is required every 3 years to maintain FAA licenses, simulated an aircraft hitting multiple birds on takeoff, losing engine power, and returning to the airport for what's known as a hard landing on the runway, causing structural damage and fire to the aircraft. With multiple agencies spread out across St. Clair County involved, their goal was to communicate critical information and establish a cohesive incident command structure. Since crashing an airliner into the runway isn't a realistic option, Airport Director Darren James got creative.
We know we have an aircraft, luckily, from the 126 Air Refueling Wing, so we have a target for us to set up around and to provide fire suppression. And then we're also using some items to simulate a fuselage so that we have emergency responders extricating our passengers.
Following the training, the airport reopened to the public at 3 o'clock. It will be 3 years before we see another training like this at MidAmerica again. Reporting live at MidAmerica St. Louis Airport, Holden Kurwicki, 5 on your side.
The U.S. sues Amazon, the allegations against the online retailer.
Alive but declared legally dead. Our I-Team hears from this St. Louis woman who says it's ruining her life.